Mike with my real estate dojo. I want to show you guys how you can invest $120 and get $20,000 cash. Okay, give me a second, let me put my mic on, get a little water, and we'll get this party started. Hey gang, this is Mike with my real estate dojo, and I'm going to show you in the next few minutes how I invested $120 and made $20,000 cash. Now, I had to go to the bank and go to a couple of different banks to get this amount of money down. If you guys can come out here, but if you ever wonder how $20,000 looks like, this is what it is. Now, I've done another video about capital control and how it's so hard to get your money out, and this is a great example, but I'll go ahead and show it to you. I mean, I could take it out, but you guys can see it's all hundreds. But the thing is, I'm going to go deposit it back in the bank, and I can spread it out for you, but it's just a pain in the ass, guys. So you can see all of it is, okay? And $20,000 in all hundreds looks just like this, guys, okay? All right. So how did I make this? So I basically spent, less than $200, okay, because I spent 120, and I ended up making this much cash, guys. All right. Okay, so now, a lot of people say I did this wholesale, I did this wholesale. I could have came and told you I did 20,000. You guys wouldn't believe it. So I wanted to go take the risk, put my life in danger to help you, motivate you, to let you know that I'm the real deal, and I can show you how to make money with no money or very little money, or not to get in debt. I'm one of the few people that I know in America that comes here as a refugee. My parents are illiterate. They don't speak English. They can't read. They can't write. They don't have any connections. They don't know anybody. Okay, nothing, dude. All right. My dad sold ice cream in the hood, in the ice cream truck in the hood. Got robbed multiple times. I have so many disabilities. When I went to school, many of the teachers told me, hey, you're better off just learning how to use your hands and work and be like a mechanic or be a cabinet or a truck driver. And they told me that they try to put me in dumb classes, but I really like computers and I want to work with my hands. And for a lot of you guys and ladies that don't know, I've been an online marketer for a very, very long time, before Google was king and Yahoo was the shit. But I just never brag about it because to me it wasn't really cool to be an online marketer. So so I used my online marketing. What did I do? I used to do a thing called SEO before SEO was even coined, before Harvard was teaching it, before the average person was knowing about it, before Google was king. There was Yahoo and there was directories, and I learned how to generate leads when there was dial-up. I don't know if you guys remember where, you walk in the malls and, Net Zero, which was the competitor of AOL, they used to compete, and they used to give you CDs. So what does that mean? I've been doing virtual assistant outsourcing since 1999, 2000, guys. I made my first software for my moving company using a virtual assistant in India and Pakistan, and something that would have cost me at least maybe $60,000 plus, I paid just a couple of $1,000, and it took me about 6 months to a year. And this software was the only software that was able to give anybody a moving quote instantly, right at the comfort of their home, without having an on-site estimator come there. And still to this day, a lot of the big van lines have been in business for 100 years, don't have that, okay? And I did it all on a cloud-based system before there was even such a thing as a cloud, because anybody with a cell phone or a laptop could walk around in their house, type in what they had, push submit, get a binding quote, which means that when I send out my crew and my moving company back in the days, the price was binding, I guarantee it. I put it on my advertisement, put it on my website. So if I said the job was 3 hours and it took 7, I would eat it. So my software was that good that I was able to monetize on it. So why am I trying to tell you all this stuff? Because I am an expert in virtual assistants. I've been dealing with virtual assistants since 1999. But the great news is that you're able to now turn your money into big money like this. Okay, I want you guys to take a look at it. Some of you guys that haven't, all right, big money, all right, $20,000 with just one of these, okay, and a 20% of one of these, okay. And how can you do that, okay? How can you do that? That's a very, very good question. And what is a virtual assistant? A virtual assistant is someone in a third world country like India, like Pakistan, like the Philippines, all the Latin Americans, so many places, guys, that are willing to work for you remotely for your business. Now, you know, I've used virtual assistants, like I explained to you, for my moving company. I've used virtual assistants for my real estate brokerage firm when I had a brokerage firm. I use real estate VA assistance for my Mr. Investor, where we buy houses for cash, what we do owner financing, what we do renting out. So I've used virtual assistants for myself, for my online marketing, so many different things, okay? So a virtual assistant is somebody that works remotely in a third world country, and they're willing to work for you full time, guys, full time, for $120 a month, $150 a month, 8-hour days, 40-hour weeks. Now you're thinking to yourself, well, who the hell would want to work like that, okay? But the thing that you're not understanding is that $1 in America, when you do a converse exchange in a third world country, let's say the Philippines, or let's say India or Pakistan, $1 US equals at least 50 rupees, plus or minus. Sometimes it changes, but roughly. So think about it. $1 here equals, let's say, $50 over there in their country. But it's not dollars, it's rupees. But just imagine that. So whenever you change the $100 to their currency, you're able to magnify their money. And your money, like the Federal Reserve does, just when they print out money, this fiat fake money, you know, this is fake. This is the real deal, okay? But just giving you an example. So anyways, when you change your currency, you're able to pay people over there in their country good amount of money. Now you're asking yourself, well, who can I hire, Mike, for this kind of low pay? But it's low pay to American standards, but whenever you do the currency exchange, it's high pay for their own country. Now, who can you have work for you? The smartest, the cream of the cream, and people in other countries. And I explained to you why. What do I mean by that? Why do I mean the smartest? These people that have worked for me all had master's degree, PhDs, multiple masters, multiple bachelor's degree, electrical engineer, programmers. I mean, you could just name it. I mean, I had professors at universities that just decided to leave their job at the university because they made more money with me. Okay, how much more money? Well, when you pay somebody in, let's say, in India or Pakistan, $500 a month, you're fucking making them have twice as much money as they normally make compared to their colleagues working locally. When you give them $1,000 a month, they're becoming a millionaire in their own country, okay, over time. And so what that means is you can find the best of the best. You can start with 120, 150 like I do, and after a few months of training and experience, what have you, then pay them more if they're bringing you more money, guys. I mean, don't try to rip them off just because you could just pay them $500. If you even pay a VA $500 in their own country, they're gonna love you. They're gonna be really loyal to you, and you're not dealing with the same employment mindset here in America where somebody works for $10 or $15. You know, you see what I mean when you go to Walmart. They're not happy. The registers are not. You know, it's like horrible. They don't love their job. They hate the traffic. I mean, they hate the man. They hate themselves. But with people over there in those third world countries, you're finding the cream of the cream. You're finding the people that have PhDs. You're finding the people that have college degrees. You're finding the people that are the hungriest. Okay, now I'll explain why they're the hungriest in a minute, but let me talk about a couple of benefits. Let's just talk about 3 benefits of having a VA. Okay, the top 3. There's so many, guys, but I'm just going to talk about the top 3. Just hear me out. Number 1, you don't have to buy infrastructure for that new employee, okay, or for that new worker, okay, or contractor. Okay, what do I mean? if you hire locally like I've done, you got to buy a computer, you got to buy a desk, you got to buy a chair, you got to have extra office space, you got to get faster internet, you got to get an extra phone line, and there's so many different things. Okay, I could go on and on. I'm just giving you just this much of it, the type part. Okay, where when you outsource, you have that freelancer buy the infrastructure. What do I mean? They got to buy their own computer, they got to get their own internet, they got to get their own place of work, and they have to pay for that. So as you can see, as a business owner, now it doesn't matter if you're, you own a law firm, you make $100 million a year, or if you're a person, a guy that has a job and you're trying to do something part-time, you're trying to find motivated sellers so you could buy rental properties. You can hire a VA. You can have your job, have this VA do all the hard work for you. Okay, now let's talk about what kind of jobs they can do, but like they could do all kinds of stuff like cold calling, but I'll get into it way more for you. Okay, give me a second, let me drink a little water, guys. While I do that, you guys look at this money right here, and see what you guys think about it, and what you would do if you just had $20,000 like this. But don't wish. Listen to me and do, because all these other guys are showing you this, they're bling bling, and the reason I just showed you is because I want to convince you. I haven't talked about VAs because it was my trade secrets for my 3 businesses. How do you think I started business as a refugee to America? Can't spell, can't read, and have 3 businesses debt free, without borrowing any money from the bank, without credit cards, having $1 million moving company for 14, 15 years. How do you think I did that? Okay, I used my imagination, my creativity, and took massive action. And I'm here to persuade you, to tell you, to beg you, don't listen to the bankers and all the other people that are going this way, because if you go this way, you're not going to have the success that you're looking for. Okay, at the very best, the odds of success going with the pack is 9 out of 10 businesses go out of business. So when, okay, do you want better odds? I have that solution for you guys. Give me a second. If you guys have any questions, just leave a comment. If it's on YouTube, you can leave a comment. If it's on Facebook, you can leave a comment, and I'll get back with you in a few seconds. Okay. Now, how did I make this money? Okay, this was just for one deal, guys. It wasn't like all this one deal. Okay, and we made this off one VA, actually 2 VAs. One did texting, and when the customer called, the other one was the incoming call person that pre-screened them and then passed it to my broker that scored the goal. And this was like a couple $1 million penthouse listing that we got. So this is off one deal, and this is not all the money because this is my half. My broker got the other half. Okay, so this is just my half, and then out of this half I made more, but I had to give my VA some money because I like to give everybody big bonuses when we make a big hunt, dude. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, that in my book I show you how to hire VAs, how to set up bonuses, how to get the cream of the filtering, so you can get VAs that are going to generate you this. Because the average VA you're going to find, let's say in Odesk, Freelancer, they're not going to be able to do this kind of stuff that I'm trying to show you because their mindset has changed. In the cash flow quadrant, Rich Dad Poor Dad, you have 4 quadrants. You have the ESBI. The VAs you find on those platforms like Odesk, Freelancer, all the other gurus talk about, because they only have 1 or 2 or 3 VAs. Those EAs, their mindset has changed. They went from the E quadrant to the S quadrant. And what does that mean? That means that they don't want to be in the mindset of working from somebody. They want to be in the mindset of, hey, I want to have my own business. I want to grow as much as possible. I want to have other cold callers or other VAs working underneath me. And what that means is they're going to promise you the world, and you're not going to get the results you want. Okay, and trust me, I've been there, done that, and I'm here to tell you it's not going to work. That's why I come up with my own VA filtering system to get the cream, and I came with my own way to advertise besides those infrastructure. Now if you want to use those infrastructure, okay, you can find gold in there once in a while, diamonds in there once in a while, right? But you got to do a lot of filtering, and you need my book where it talks about the filtering system, and I'll show you how to get it in a minute, guys. Now, so I got this 20K plus, but this is my half. after I split with my broker, his part, and then I paid some VAs. But you know, this is 20K large right here, guys, from one fucking deal. Now I could have brought, you know, other deals where, you know, I made 80,000 or 100,000, but it's just so much money to carry. I had a hard time getting this shit out of the bank, dude. The banks don't want to give you like more than 10,000, you know, so I had to beg them and stuff, you know. And as you can see, I'm not dressed. I'm wearing the same exact clothes I was wearing yesterday. So, you know, I'm a stinky pinky, dude. You know what I'm saying? But guess what, dude? You could wear the same exact clothes and alleviate figuring out what you're going to wear every fucking day. Alleviate figuring out looking cool for other fucking people and taking your clothes to the dry cleaners and driving and waiting and spending all. Instead, you can focus on creativity where you actually make fucking money, dude. Do you want to make money, or do you want to look like you're fucking making money but you're in debt up your ass? Okay, so you know, I've been homeless, but you know, I got cash in the bank. So the thing is, it doesn't matter how you look or what other people think of you, right? What it really matters is what you got in your banking account, dude. Do you have fucking did you lease success? Did you fucking got in debt with success? And that's what all these other fuckers are talking about, dude. Leasing success. They're leasing their fucking cars. They're leasing their fucking homes. They're in debt in their fucking ass. And yeah, sure, they make money and they have a nice car, a nice jet. But you know what I'm saying is they have cancer of consumption. Now, you can have cancer of consumption if you choose to. You're in America. This is the greatest country ever. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But if you don't want to have cancer of consumption, if you don't want the fucking bankers to enslave you, you gotta use your brain, dude, because the grass is so green here. A dumbass like me can come here as a refugee, doesn't know left from right, and I can show you where I spent $100 and I put this. Motherfuckers go gamble and don't make this kind of shit, dude. And that's off one fucking deal, you know. So let's go back to the VAs, okay? There's two types of VA. So a lot of you are asking yourself, what can a VA do for you? You know, if you're in a real estate brokerage firm, what can they do for you? If you're a realtor, what can they do for you? If you have a cleaning business, what can they do for you? If you have a construction business, what can they do for you? You have a hair salon, what can they do for you? If you have a photography business, what can they do for you? It doesn't matter if you have a pizza business, what can they do for you? A VA can virtually help any fucking business exponentially grow their business. Exponentially. What is exponentially, dude? Okay, like exponentially is putting one up and getting this much, dude. That's exponentially, dude. Okay, so I'm not talking about getting in debt to making money. My dog just escaped and he's here. Welcome, Lucky. So anyways, coming to the VAs, what can a VA do for your business? I've made the process very, very simple. I made it into two parts. Okay, you have a front-end VA and then you have a back-end VA. Okay, a front-end VA, they use their voice. Okay, what does that mean? They're talking to your customer. So let me give you some examples. They could do incoming calls. You know, you have an office, they call. You know, you have a piece of place, they call, and they take orders. You have a moving company like me, I use VAs for answering calls and giving quotes and closing deals. Okay, real estate brokers, etc. Hit me up if you need consulting help. Figure out what you should do. I can help you for just a couple of bucks, guys. Invest in yourself. All right. So the front end VAs do like incoming calls, cold calling. They can do customer relationship. They can help hire other VAs. They can be managers. They can do orders with vendors. They can do whatever the fuck you want them to do, dude. Okay. And if you can't figure it out, hit me up. I got manuals. I got job tasks, all in my book that you guys can have at the end of the audio for just $97. It's a pre-launch. I'm gonna sell it for $1,000. You're not gonna believe it, guys. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. Is Lucky around here? Because there's a car coming. Okay, you safe? Sorry, guys. I love my dog and I want to help you guys out, but he's my baby. Anyways, so that was task number one. Okay, front end VA. Now, I explain what they do. They use their voice. Now, let's talk about a back-end VA. What does a back-end VA do? Okay, a back-end VA can do things like text marketing. Like I talked about, there was two VAs that helped me score this kind of money. There was a VA that did the back-end, okay, that did the marketing. When the phones ring, then I had the front-end VA answer it and pre-screen the seller to make sure they're motivated before we pass it to my real estate broker, okay? So, that said, a back-end VA is very, very important. Okay, they're both very important. Some people just only want the front or the back, but now that I've combined them, because, you know, back in the days, 1999, 2004, you know, all this time, internet was very, very expensive. Data was very expensive. Plus, in third world countries, you know, people computers were expensive. But now in 2017, guys, someone in India, someone in Pakistan, someone in the Philippines, they have a smartphone, dude, okay? They have a smartphone, they have fast internet in there, and they could get a fucking laptop from, let's say, Chrome for a couple $100, $200. Back in the days, it was $2,000 to get a laptop. So the internet wasn't there, the computer system wasn't there, the being cheap wasn't there. Therefore, it didn't make sense to have voice VAs, front-end VAs. But today, we can have front-end VAs to help us with our businesses, from cold calling to back-end stuff, okay? So what are some back-end stuff that I've used, okay? I've used back-end stuff for like bookkeeping. I've used back-end stuff for text marketing, email marketing, Facebook marketing, SEO. I use back-end stuff for data extraction. I use for, guys, so many things like filing stuff, scanning stuff, and filing specific. It could just go on and on and on. Like live chat. Like when I used to have my moving company, Dr. Move. When somebody came to the website, there was people there 24 hours a day to help the customer, because I realized that some people work crazy hours and they're up 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning or 1 in the morning trying to book a move. And by me having VAs, that's another benefit, but I just talked about one of the benefits earlier, is that you can use these VAs and make significant amount of money, guys. Especially the back end, especially the front end, okay? So I talked about what the back end VA can do for you. Now I talked about what the front end VA can do. Now earlier I was talking about 3 benefits of having a VA. I just talked about one of them. And that benefit was that you don't have to pay for all the infrastructure, okay? Let's talk about the second benefit. The second benefit is that you make huge profits, okay? What do I mean? Why? Because you don't have to pay for all the infrastructure, which means your profit's going to be higher. Which you pay them, let's say even if you pay them $500 a month, okay, which is extremely a lot of money for somebody back there, even with a college degree. You pay them $500 a month and you're making 20 grand off one deal, then you can see this is a great smoking deal, dude. Okay, I mean, it's no brainer. Even if you get a deal for 500 or 5,000, I mean, come on, do you put 500 get 5,000, 500 get 3,000? 500 get 1,500. It doesn't matter. It's still a great deal, dude. You still got the guy working for the rest of the fucking months, dude. That was just maybe 1 week worth of work, or 1 day worth of work, 2 days worth of work. Who knows? 2 weeks. What I'm saying is, you get to see what I'm saying. If you hire somebody locally, you're gonna have to pay him thousands of dollars, even if you pay him minimum wage, guys. So the profit margin is so huge, because what you pay them and what you profit, your infrastructure cost is zero, and what you profit. Okay. So many other things. Let's go to the next point. Taxes, guys. You save a lot of money on taxes when you outsource. Well, why do you think all these corporate America corporations, the big guys, are all going, like Apple, like all these people, dude? Not only are they making computers in different countries. If you open this Apple, my favorite company, they ain't making it in America, dude, right? But not only are they manufacturing, but that's old school. Now they got support. You call, let's say Sprint, or you call T-Mobile. It's like some of these companies, they're just like people in the Philippines, people in China, people in Africa, people in Mexico, answering the phones, man. And why are they doing it? Okay, so if they can do it because they're saving so much taxes, doesn't it make sense? Like you that works 40 hours and you got kids and you have student loan and you have car debt, you should not capitalize the same exact tools that the big corporations do. And I'm here to tell you, you could be just a little peanut like me, a little booger like me, and you can do it. Okay, so if I can do it, you're a lot smarter than me. You have better connection, you speak better. So if you download my book, okay, I'm going to show you how to do it, how much to pay them, where to hire them, where to find them. But more importantly, my filtering system is going to be included in there, guys. Okay. So now we talked about 2 of the benefits, and the third benefit is taxes, guys. Okay. The way it works is, most people don't have a business, is whenever you get your paycheck and you see that X percentage is gone, and you're like, damn, Uncle Sam took it. But what you don't realize is that business owner is losing the same X percentage. Okay, so if he has 5 employees, then he has to lose X plus 5, because he has to pay the same amount for each employee. So if you pay, let's say 200, then he has to match you 200. And if Bob's that works for him has to pay 150, then he has to match that. So that business loses a lot of money. And so you save a lot of money by outsourcing. I mean, I can go into it. So so on and so on, why you save so much money, but it's not worth it. I just want to give you the 3 basic points, guys, which is tax breaks, infrastructure, and massive profits. Now, let me give you one other one because it's so important. Earlier, I talked about why people overseas are more hungrier. And it's the same reasons why refugees or immigrants come to America and they're 4 times more likely to become a millionaire. Okay, why is that? Because their mindset is different. They're hungry. Okay, and to add on top of the mindset, okay, these people in, let's say in India, Pakistan, or Philippines, whatever, the ones that have the college degree and the masters, okay, they're the cream of the crop. They've already gone up and they speak 2 languages and they're hungry. What adds to their hunger, what accelerates their hunger, is because they have to work grave knife shift. All these countries that I mentioned is at least a 12-hour clock difference from there to here. So when it's 8 o'clock here and you need them to work for you at 8 o'clock in the morning to say 5, they're gonna have to work from like 12 o'clock at night to like 5, 6 in the morning. So the people, the way I show you how to train, how to hire, you're able to get the best of the best. They're willing to do that, to work the grave night shift. Which adds to their hunger, okay? And then they want a better life. They're willing to do whatever is required. Like they're willing to get, multiple, degrees. They're willing to stay up really late at night. They're willing to learn a new language. Okay. Now, some of you saying that, hey, Mike, well, you're saying learning a new language, they're gonna have accents. Absolutely, dude. Many of them will have accents. But if you use my VA filtering system, I show you how to find the best of the best with the least accents or no accents at all. Okay. Without even spending any time, all in Autopilot, guys. It's in my blueprints. Okay, I've been doing this since 1999, 2000, guys. So now I explained to you so much information about VAs, how they can help you make money. I showed you that I make $20,000 plus. This is just my half. It's not my broker's half. With just $120. Okay, total cost. And you can do it too. I'm not any special. I've been doing it for quite a while, so you can just download what I've learned and all my mistakes and where to place the ad, how much to pay them, how much to leave bonuses, how to create work book tasks for them, work guide tasks for them, how to do things in Autopilot. Because if you don't know, if you never hired people, if you have 100 people to interview, when you post on, let's say, Elance or Odesk, you're definitely going to get 100 people, 50 people, but a lot of them are trash, so it's going to take a lot of time to dig through that. But meanwhile, you're not making money, you're not taking your own business, you got to spend so much time. That's why a lot of big companies have HR. But I've eliminated, for a small guy like myself, to have a HR virtually in a automatic system, and that's what you get to get. Without having an HR, you get to get the best of the best talent, the best internet, the best computer, all the stuff, okay, and all in Autopilot, and you just get to choose the cream of the cream. It doesn't get any fucking easier, guys. Okay, now I also have a list of like 30,000 VAs that I've managed to talk to and screen in the past 1999, 2000s. Okay, if you want that list so you don't have to advertise and find them, you can get that on my website as well, guys. But definitely get the book. I'm gonna be selling the book for $1,000. You can get it on my website right now for a pre-launch for $325, but for a flash sale, dude, you can look below wherever this is, if this is Facebook, YouTube. I'm having a flash sale. You're getting 2 items, dude. You're getting how to hire a VA book, and then you get my cream of the cream VA filtering system. This is $1 million idea, guys. Nobody else has it. It saves you a lot of time. It makes everything autopilot, and it's kind of like having a HR department, but it's all in Autopilot. And best thing is, I give you everything, and all you got to do is just copy my shit, put your information in there, and it's going to take a little work, because one of the most important things with VAs is that if you don't have a system, okay, or if you have a poor system, or if you have holes in your net and you're fishing, and then you duplicate that net or you clone that net, you're going to get another net with holes in it. And what's going to happen is you're going to magnify that chaos, you're going to magnify that madness, you're going to magnify that hole. And that's one of the main problems when I first started, and many people that got VAs and didn't have success is because they didn't overcome this part. Is they don't know how to create systems from hiring to when they start working for you. What should they do for you, and what are the procedures? Like, for example, what is the lead processing procedures? Where is this? What is this? Okay, and I go into it all into my book, guys. That's why you guys need this shit, and I'm giving it to you for 97 bucks, 50. I posted it last night, really late at night. I've already sold a few, guys, so there's not 50 left anymore. Okay, so it's going like hotcakes. Get it, dude. You're gonna regret it. Once I hit 50, that's it, dude. I'm gonna sell it for $325 and before it launches. So then get it at $325 before it launches, and you get to do this, dude. You don't have to borrow money, get into debt, do what all these other guys tell you. I show you how to do the alchemy formula, how to turn nothing into gold, guys. How to turn nothing into gold. Okay, and I learned that because I've been in the trenches. I've been hitting the streets. I've been selling since high school. I've been having my own business since high school, guys. Been like personal training and selling supplements and whatever it took to, you know, to pay for college and what have you. You know, did I ever have jobs? Couple of few, dude, when I was growing up, you know, but I never had a real job, never had a resume, never went for an interview. I had these jobs where you fill out an application and the guy comes out instantly and hires you. You know, like my first job, washing cars, dude. Okay, so what I'm here to tell you is that America, the grass is so green, okay? Many people out there in this holiday weekend, they're out there partying, having a great time, drinking, you know, doing all this great stuff that they can. You know, this is America, they can do that. But it's not going to get you anywhere. What's going to get you is regretting Monday or Tuesday when you have to go back to work. So my advice to you is the grass is so green, guys. You have all the technology in the world in the palm of your hand. Today, you can compete with Coca-Cola. Today, you can compete with CNN. I'm trying to be my own fucking TV show right here. Bypass the fucking cable companies and the distribution companies. You know, I was just a writer, dude. I just wrote a book. I've can't write, can't spell. I've, you know, got seasoned English class, had to take it multiple times, and how can I write a book and sell a lot? Just in like 3 or 4 days, we sold like 67 books, dude. Just 3 or 4 days, and it's been live already for roughly about 3 weeks now. So I'm not bragging. I'm letting you know that I can't do X and Y, and the reason I succeed is because I start where I stand, and I'm telling you to do the same thing. Start where you stand, and spend that 97 bucks. Download this book. It's going to change your life. It's going to change your business life. You're going to make a whole lot of fucking money, guys. Any questions?
Like what VA companies you use?
What VA companies that I use? Okay, that's a really good question. Now, in the whole time that I've been doing VAs, I've tried many different, you know, companies, and they were all sham, you know, and you're not going to get the price that I'm telling you, 120 to 150 if you use a VA company, okay? If you use a call center, you're not going to get those. You're going to be paying like 5, 6, 9, and it's not worth it. Why? I've used tons of companies, because when I first started, I thought that was the way to go. But I realized that that's not the way to go. What you need is a smart guy, like I said, like that professor that worked for me, right? Very smart teacher, university level. She was just tired driving to work. She wanted to get double the money. She wanted to work right in the comfort of her home. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for people that are still in the E quadrant, but they're smart, and they say, hey, I know 2 languages. Hey, I have these skills. Well, I want to get double the one I get paid in my own country. And, you know, and that's where the opportunity comes for you. I would never use VA companies because I've used them. I've never had luck. And I don't hire VAs from like Odesk or Elance or, you know, a Freelancer. You know, it just, like I said, the mind shift of those people came to the S quadrant. They're gonna promise you the world. And the other problem is when you hire from places like Elance, okay, or things of that nature, Freelancer, those platforms, it's easy for these guys to get a job. It's not like in the real world locally. If you want to get a job, you have to put a resume, you have to take an interview over the phone, you got to dress up really nice, you got to get nervous, you got to get scared, you got to sit in traffic, you got to go there and wait for the guy to call you in, then get more nervous again. So you have all these procedures and formalities to go through. But with virtual assistants that already, mine has changed to the S quadrant. They know how easy it is to get a job. So they just post online, they get a job, and they promise the world, and then boom, they work maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, and then when they quit and they go to the next job, before it gets hard, before they're or hold accountable, and they're not going to give you what you're looking for because it's so easy for them to get a job. And if you ever own a business, which I have for a long time, you know that your success is all about having the right people, having the right contractors, having the right vendors. And if you don't have the right people or your team, okay, you're not going to have success. So if you're hiring these fucking people off of these platforms, you're not going to have a great success at it, especially if you're not using my filtering system, okay? And if you're hiring, companies, you're not going to have great success because there's too many middlemen. You're talking to some guy that's selling you, and he's selling you everything, and the guy that's going to be cold calling, you never get to meet him, and they're having significant turnover. So it's better that you are in control, and you find that in person that call center was going to use, okay? You find that person, or you find the fucking person that wants to be like that professor, or like the electrician that worked for me, or that software programmer worked for me, or that nurse that worked for me. I mean, I have all kinds of stuff, dude. All kinds of smart people work for me, way smarter than me, dude, okay? And they didn't want to drive anymore to work. They were tired of sitting in the fucking traffic. Because in some of these other countries, we bitch in America for driving 20 minutes or an hour. Some of these people have to drive from their villages to the big cities in like 2 or 3 hour drive one way. And they got to come back, and they got to do that every day. So it's like 4 or 5 hours of their days is traveling to their fucking job, dude. And this is where an opportunity for you comes into saving these people, giving them more money, giving them more hope. Because what you realize is what I realize is these people are just like me. They're just like you. They want the same exact thing as you do and I do. They want a better life. They want higher education for their kids. They're not what the CNN and NBC's portrayed these people to be. It's not like that, dude. They're just like you. And once you start working with them, once you start seeing them, their home, you're monitoring them. And I also talk in depth about monitoring them, because if you don't have monitoring systems, then you're not going to have success, guys. I talk about it in my book. Get it for $97. But coming back to the story, these people are just like you and me. They want to just make fucking better life for themselves, and a lot of them are so much smarter, and that add a lot to your business if you just realize they're smarter than you. You know what I mean? I 100% would say that every guy that worked for me and every girl that worked for me, and I had 22 to 30 VAs working for me for just one company, and you don't believe me, just go into my Instagram, guys. You'll see a picture where I have like 3 computers, and I'm monitoring everybody, dude. I mean, because I had to have so many computers, because the monitoring system that I explained to you guys on my book, and all the different stuff, you need all the stuff. But I had so many VAs, right? But you're probably not going to have all that. You're probably going to have 1, 2, 3. You're not going to have 27 or 30 for one company and other VAs for other companies. You're not going to do all that, okay? But VAs is the shit, is the way to go, it's the future. Corporations are doing it. You can do it today from your comfort of your home, just through your laptop, and they can do it right through their laptop. You help them make money, helps you make a lot of money, and you can spend your money in America, which creates a win-win for everybody, guys. Any other questions?
Where do you get the leads list for VAs to call?
That's a very, very good question, and I go into that in my book. So if you want to go down, click below, get $97. I disclose everything: how to find the VAs, how much to pay them, where to advertise besides these platforms that I discuss, okay, for $97. And remember, guys, I just posted it last night, like 1 or 2 in the morning. I've already sold a handful. They're going like hotcakes. Once the 50 is gone, it's gone. Then you could buy it for $325, and then once the pre-launch is over, you could buy it for $1,000. And I'm very confident a lot of people will buy it for $1,000, because when I first did my first video, 5 people reached out to me and said, hey, I'm ready to buy it for $1,000. So if you're one of those 5 people, now you get it for $97, dude. Save your money. Anything else? Well, all right, very good question. The book is called The VA Filtering System. It's on my website for $325 for a pre-launch, which means that it's not finished yet. I'll have it finished in about 7 or 9 days. However, if you go on the link right here on Facebook, okay, I'll put a link in there already, but I'll put it again. You can get it for just $97. I don't know if you heard me. You get it for $97, dude, for one of these. And then this, you give this up, and then you hire another VA for this, okay, and you just left. And then you make this, okay, guys? I mean, 20K large, ladies and gentlemen, 20K large. You make this. Now, you got to ask yourself, would you want to just spend this and go fucking on a dinner and go party and take stupid people out, like friends and family that don't support you, that don't buy from you. You have all these people to drink with, but you don't have anybody to fucking support you, right? So do you want to do that? Or do you want to watch TV and let them tell you how fat you are and how this and how that? Or do you want to invest this and make this for you and your family, what have you, guys? Okay? Any other questions? Go out there, hustle and bustle. Don't go out there and party. Chase your dreams, guys. Chase your dreams. You don't need any fucking money in America. I'm out.